Hey guys, welcome back to another video, TR Racing. We just thought we'd give you an update on Trent's Rx7. So he's had his turbos away getting recored, so billet internals and all that, but I'll get Trent to run over the specs because I have no idea. But so as you can see here, we're just getting it all ready for putting the turbos back on, just fitting up gaskets and getting exhaust studs back in. And Trent's also, if you go back to a couple other videos, done the oil metering pump delete, and yeah, it's looking heaps tidier under there. Used to be a million vacuum hoses, but yeah, she's looking pretty good, so stay tuned and we'll give you some more progress. So we've got the new turbos here. We're just removing the heat shield, just going to do a bolt check on the water lines just before we put the turbos in the car, and it's too hard to get to, and so we don't have any water leaks because that sometimes happens. But yeah, as you can see, the core's all been machined out and new billet wheels. I think Trent knows more about the specs. But yeah, give us some specs if you remember.
Yep, so these wheels have been changed out from I think the factory is about a 41 or a 42 compressor wheel, and now you can see inside there the new billet style wheel has gone to a 58mm size compressor wheel, and with that new blade technology should push much more boost and fuel and air through these turbos.
So we've got the turbos just sitting in here, and Trent's just putting all the nuts and bolts onto the manifold, and so we can tighten them up. But they look pretty good, don't they, sitting down there? Nice and shiny. But yeah, so it's going to be running premix now instead of with its own oil metering pump. Apparently Trent gets paid to say OMP on here. Hey Trent?
Yeah, no, I get $50 per OMP comment.
Yeah.
So the more times I can say OMP, YouTube pays me.
Pretty much. Got a little gig going on. Right, so we've just rotated this housing here. It was hard up against the inlet runner manifold, and we've had to loosen off the core as well because the oil drain at the back there wouldn't line up, but Trent reckons it looks good to go now. So yeah, we're making good progress. We'll just keep going, and hopefully she'll be all done pretty soon. Really, we're looking good. Right guys, so we've got the turbo drains on and we've hooked all the rest of the hoses up. So we're currently just filling up the radiator system and checking for leaks, and we've double checked all the banjo bolts and the water feed lines, coolant feed lines to the turbo, and we've got no leaks, which is bloody hell excellent.
Oh, it's filled a bit just then.
Oh, no? What do you mean?
It's filled a little bit, so yeah, we'll just fill it up with some coolant, and yeah, I've still got to wait for a friend to come around and do a little bit of wiring for the link, but I should be able to get it started anyway once I get all the inlet piping back on, get it run up, and bleed the cooling system through, and yeah, but I'll take away tonight and get the inlet manifold back on and all the piping, and hopefully have it ready for my man to do some wiring in the next couple of weeks or so.
Just fitted up the inlet manifold, making sure everything's right. Put all the hoses on. Should have really videoed us actually doing it, but it's a bit hard when you're trying to move things in and we haven't got anywhere to hold the camera, so it is what it is. But yeah, it's coming along good. Just got to fit all these pipes on the turbo here, and we're looking pretty good, eh Trent?
Oh, it's all looking good. Manifold's all torqued up to spec, and
how many ugger duggers is that?
oh, just 6 ugger duggers on the manifold.
mean?
It's only about 30 newton meters on those, so it's not a lot. It's not a crush gasket or anything. So yeah, inlet manifold's pretty much on. Just got to put the intake pipe on now, and same as the compression side on the turbos, put all the piping on. And yeah, with doing the emissions deleted, you can remove so many of the vacuum lines. So there's only 2 vacuum lines under the intake manifold now, which is a huge saver in time and trying to work out where everything goes. So they're all blanked and capped with the proper caps as well. With those, I'm not too sure if you can see 100, but you can buy those online from any automotive shop, and then just put a cable tie around them as well. So there's so many of those I've done, and all of this has been deleted, like you know in my last videos. So yeah, it's all looking good. Yeah, so I'm just tidying up a bunch of the inlet manifold wiring. So this is an earth that just goes to the body here, and it just goes on the back of the manifold like this. And we've got it, this is the wiring I was talking about for the link. So this is going to be that high speed air temp sensor, and that comes with the link ECU. So yeah, like I said, a friend's going to come and he's going to wire that for me, just change the plug on that, and yeah, should be able to get it started shortly.
Rightio, so we've got pretty much everything done now. Finished all the intake piping, everything's bolted back up, so pretty much we've got to disconnect the fuel pump relay fuse and wind it over, make sure we get oil pressure through the new turbos, as yeah, you don't want to start them with no oil there, otherwise you'll be pulling them back off maybe. Trent's just putting the front wheel back on so we can lower the car back on the ground. But yeah, she's a mission, but she's done. Rightio guys, we've just got this air temp sensor wiring. We've just cut the old pins off and we're fitting all the new plug bits and pieces. Got the pins here, round shaped ones that we're going in. And then the sensor's already in the manifold, so we're just putting this new plug on and she'll be all go. Are you breathing? Oh yeah! Very beautiful, boys. So that's the new pins for the fast loop sensor going in there. I've just put some racing motorbike fast oil, because now that it's gone to pre-mix, we can put the two-stroke oil in. So I just got a range of oils here actually that I was given from an old mate that used to race a lot of professional karts that were two-stroke, the Rotax engines. So he's given me a bunch of all his old oil that he's not going to use anymore. All the stuff's really good quality stuff. Most of these guys will recognise these brands. So I've just put in 400 mils for half a tank of the racing two-stroke oil. So yeah, we've got the new plug fitted, ready to go on the air temp sensor under the manifold. Then we can plug it in play. So as you can see here, Trent's disconnected the fuel pump plug wiring so no fuel can get to the car while we wind it over to try and get oil pressure. Yep. So that's oil pressure there. You can see the lights on for no oil pressure. So I'll just wind over while this fuel pump relay is disconnected. Wants to start with no fuel. So we're going for a first start now. Fuel pump wiring's plugged back in. This is the first start on the link, ECU. Yeah. Maybe stay off the gas. Oh.
I've done a little bit.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know what's happening. Smell a bit of fuel though, so maybe just have a check of the fuel lines again and just make sure everything's tight. Have a look to see if no fuel's leaking and go for another start, check all the sensors and plugs, make sure everything's plugged in. Might have left something loose. So just worth another check before we go for another start.
So yeah, we're just having a good thorough look at all the plugs, make sure everything's plugged in as everything's been apart for all the modifications. Hopefully we'll get it sorted very soon. Rightio, take 10. So we got it running, just sitting in here checking all the gauges. Looks like it was a relay that was faulty, so we swapped out with another one, and yeah, took a bit to wind over, but we've got actually the links back in here now too. But we'll just let it warm up and check for leaks. One of those fuses there that was buggered, so we swapped it out.
Yeah, the fuse actually was still joined, but I'll show you. Oh, I can't pull it out yet, but you'll see in between the link between the power and the other side, it just had like a build up of some like green corrosion on it. It was still joined, but there was just a bit of corrosion on it, moisture build up pretty much. So swapped it out with a different one and it fired up.
So we're currently just trying to repair a water leak on a banjo fitting right on the inside between the turbos and the block. We're just cleaning it all up and start up again, and hopefully we've fixed it. So as you can see, we've fixed the water leak, and Trent's just putting all the fuel pump cover and that back on, but she's all running, all up to temperature, so it's looking quite good. So yeah, cheers for watching, and make sure you like, comment, subscribe, keep supporting the channel.